Hey guys, welcome back to Muscle University. As you can see, I just got off of work and you know what? I still need to work out. What I'm gonna do today is something you could do after a workout or after work. All you have to do is get into a little better clothing than this. That's more like it. All right, now let's get to the first ab exercise. Now the first exercise we're gonna be doing is called Russian twists. Throughout this movement, you know there's not a lot to remember. As long as you're feeling a nice contraction in your abs, you should be good. We're gonna start by going left to right. While you're moving your arms and twisting your torso left to right, your legs are moving in almost the opposite direction. So left to right, left to right. You're gonna wanna do these for about 30 seconds, and then we'll go into the next ab exercise. You already know what we're doing for exercise number 2. We got a nice 1-minute plank. Now for these, you don't want your butt to sag too much. You don't want your butt to get too high. If you have your butt right in the middle, you should be feeling it right in your core. And even if you're fancy, you can put your head up like this.
Dude, a plank is hard.
Exercise 2A. We're gonna have a one-sided plank. So you're gonna be on your forearm here. You're gonna try and have your shoulders in line, little parallel, perpendicular to the ground. You're gonna have one foot on top of the other, and you're gonna try and hold this pose for 45 seconds. After the 45 seconds, you're gonna switch just like this. Okay guys, now we're on our other side, and we're gonna be doing the same thing. Trying to get about 45 seconds here. It's gonna work your obliques a little bit. This is just a nice core movement that will get you real tired. Jeez, that was a good plank session. Now guys, I almost got ahead of myself a little bit. You might be a little thirsty after those 2 core exercises. So, you know as I always say, hydrate or dihydrate. Let's get some water. All right guys, now that we're hydrated, we're gonna go into our 3rd core exercise. We're gonna hit some flutter kicks. So for this, it might be nice to use a mat, but you know, if you don't got one, neither do I. So you get right down on your floor, and you can either have your hands under your butt or at your side, and you're just gonna have pointed toes and you're gonna be flutter kicking. Now you don't wanna go too high with these. There's a nice little range right here that engages your lower abs, and you know, it's already starting to burn. Hey guys, for our 4th and final exercise, we're gonna be doing crunches. Now, crunches are pretty similar to a sit-up, except your legs are also starting at the bottom. So when you start a crunch, you're gonna probably start from right here, maybe a 45-degree angle between your back and the ground, and you're gonna do 1. Now, your arms here can go kind of wherever you want. I like putting my arms at my side. You can also cross your chest. Might make it a little harder for these. All right, now that we've been through the ab circuit one time, we're gonna want to repeat that whole process one more time to really get those abs feeling it. And if you're feeling super special, you might want to go through that circuit 3 times for good measure. Now that we're done with our ab circuit, we're gonna get a quick stretch to get us feeling right after those workouts. Don't forget your water. Our first stretch in our stretch circuit is gonna be a standing hamstring stretch. For this, you wanna stand tall. You wanna have one foot out, right or left, and you're gonna wanna point your toes to the sky. Now, while you're doing this, you wanna hinge at your hips until you feel it in your hamstring, and I'm already feeling it. So for this, you really don't want to round your back like this. You want to lead with your chest. And if you want, you can even get a little stretch out. This is going to be really good for your hamstrings and for your calves. You're going to want to do this about 30 seconds or until it's very discomfortable. And then you're going to want to switch legs. Same thing, standing tall, leg out, toe to the sky, hinging at your hips with your chest up, not around the back. You're also going to want to do this for about 30 seconds. Now we're on to stretch number 2. So for this one, it's going to be a standing hamstring stretch. You're going to want to make sure you're standing tall. You're going to want to grab the back of your ankle. You're going to bring it all the way to your glute. Now, when you're doing this, you might want to have your hips slightly forward to feel a really nice stretch in your hamstring. This is going to work your hip flexors and it's going to work your quadricep muscles. Excuse me. If you're having a trouble balancing, finding your balance with these, maybe grab a wall. I'll grab this foosball table, and you can still get a nice stretch in with that. So you're going to do these for about 30 seconds each leg, or until you feel discomfort. 30 seconds. Other leg. How to find a little something easier to lean on. So now, same thing, hips slightly forward. I can feel this really nicely in my quad. I'm just using this wall as a little balance helper. Awesome. Moving right along to our third exercise, we're going to be doing some cross-body shoulder stretches. So for this, you want to take your arm, wrap it across your body, and use your other arm to almost pull that arm close tight to you. Now when you're doing these, you don't want to really rotate. You want to remain facing forward, and you don't want your shoulder to get too high because that could put some unneeded pressure on it. So you're just going to grab and stretch across your body, no rotation, and you're going to wait here for about 30 seconds. Once the 30 seconds is up, shake it out a little bit, other side. Same thing, arm across, other arm holding. You should feel your stretch in your rear deltoid, and you're going to want to also do that for about 30 seconds to get a nice, good stretch. Stretch number 4 is going to be a simple neck stretch. After a long day of looking down on your phone or typing at a computer, you know, it's nice to always get this stretch in there to make sure everything's nice and loose. So for this, you're just going to keep a straight back, standing straight. You don't want to slouch at all. And you want to slowly have your ear go to your shoulder. Now for these, you can have your hand help assist you, and you feel a nice stretch on each side of your neck. Do this for about 30 seconds or until it's overly discomfortable. And then you're just going to do the other side, same thing for 30 seconds. Ear to shoulder, adding your hand if you need to for some extra stretch. I can feel a nice stretch right now. Notice when I'm doing these, I'm not raising my shoulder. I'm keeping my shoulder straight, I'm keeping my back straight, and I'm just only turning my neck. Adding some pressure just to get an extra little good stretch for these. So now we're getting into our 5th and final stretch. We're going to be doing child's pose. So for this stretch, you can start on your knees, and you want to be sitting on your ankles almost, with your ankles facing the ground, if that makes sense. And you're going to stretch your arms as far as you can, actively reaching your fingertips forward. When you're also doing this, you want to almost round your upper back, but you don't want to collapse your lower back. So you just want to round your upper back, and you want to be constantly reaching forward, constantly inching those fingertips forward to get a nice upper back stretch. So you can probably do this stretch for 30 to 45 seconds, and it'll get you feeling right as rain. And there it is. We did it. An entire ab circuit and an entire stretch circuit. Now, a quick summary of what we did. We started with abs with Russian twists, then we went into planks, then we did a side plank, followed by flutter kicks and crunches. And remember, those are about 30 seconds each for those. You want to do that circuit twice or 3 times. It's actually a minute for the plank, sorry about that. And then for our stretching circuit, we had standing hamstring stretch, one leg quad stretch, crossbody shoulder stretch, neck stretch, and child's pose. And you know, if you do that stretch circuit twice, you'll be nice and loose, and you can do that after work, after a workout. Doesn't take very long and you feel better after. Thanks for watching this video, and if you have any more questions about how to do these exercises or stretches, make sure you DM us at Muscle University on Instagram.